Judicial Oversight Committee whereby the accused can appeal their findings. If it is discovered that a public official or group has displayed bias, those persons should be removed from that case, and if going forward they continue to show a pattern of bias in making their decisions, they should be removed from office. In the event a person is accused or charged with committing a crime, any person serving in a judicial capacity or who is a public official connected to the case should be prohibited from commenting on that case until the case has been investigated and cleared, or if it goes to trial until a verdict is reached. This restriction would be in effect through the entire judicial process, including appeals. We should feel confident that in the event that a public official does violate the rules of the judicial process, that they will be held accountable and will be replaced with someone who will honor the trust given them by the people. Public officials should not engage in media campaigns to villainize or discredit victims of crimes or those accused of crimes. This violates their constitutional rights of due process. In the event that a public official does engage in this behavior, they should be publicly censured and, if necessary, removed from office. Persons accused of crime should only be held accountable for their actions, not the actions of others. Strict guidelines should be enforced when cases are tried to ensure that the evidence presented is directly tied to the actions of the accused. Once a case is charged, public officials should not be able to arbitrarily add charges to ensure a conviction. Charges should fit the case, not the case made to fit the charges. As a member of this community, it is important that we have a judicial system that is fair to everyone. We need to be confident that we can trust our public officials to ensure that the life and liberty of all citizens is protected. We should not have to protest to receive something that is guaranteed by the Constitution of the United States. The impact of centuries of injustice has often left our communities of color hopeless, helpless, and traumatized. It is our hope that continuing to raise our voices when we see injustice will eventually lead to a society where everyone feels respected, protected, and valued. At this time, I would like to invite Brother Muhammad Nuur, Brother Abbas, and family to make their statement.
I'd like to begin by talking a bit about Walt Whitman. This is his 200th birthday, and in Song of Myself, he starts by saying, "For every atom as good belongs to me, as well belongs to you." And we're all in this together, and I'd like for us to remember that. On behalf of my family, I'd like to thank those of you who are here in support of Justine Bishop and extend our deepest condolences to her family. I'd also like to thank those of you who are here to stand alongside us, alongside my brother, Muhammad. I am in awe of my parents' resilience in the face of such unequal treatment of their son. They are no strangers to oppression, and having to bear witness to the persecution of their son by a racist and inequitable criminal justice system and continue to move forward as they have is no easy feat. We have always come out stronger, and this will be no different, especially with the support of our family and friends, as well as the kindness and love shown us by the greater community. For that, we will be forever grateful. From an early age, Muhammad wanted to contribute to the well-being of our family while giving back to the larger community. I remember his first job was at a nonprofit organization that sought to community build through environmental conservation. Even in his work following his undergraduate degree, working for corporations, he took an approach to leadership that placed people at the center of every mission. My brother, my siblings, and I were raised by two devout Muslims who instilled in us a passion for public service. And as a family who escaped civil war as refugees, we know full well the sanctity of life. Muhammad knows and believes in the sanctity of life. Any attempts by the prosecution to say otherwise are not founded in truth, but in theater. Muhammad did not take his job as a Minneapolis police officer lightly, and when he says that his world came crashing down that night, I assure you, it still lay shattered at his feet. Muhammad acted in the manner in which he was trained. Any issue there may be had with that needs to be resolved in policy changes, because this city, and for that matter, this country, will never stop training police officers in that way. Until policy and then practice change, only then we see real movement toward a more just society. This is not solved by scapegoating Muhammad. It is clear that there is a double standard at work here against my brother. Mike Freeman has definitively shown us that whether you're the victim or the officer, justice is not something one can ever expect from the office that he holds. Mike Freeman showed us what a county attorney is capable of when the accused officer lacks agency, as he so brazenly wished for Muhammad to be the big present beneath his Christmas tree, or how he mocked Justine by taunting police officers in the same manner in which she lost her life, as if the most pitiful moment in Muhammad and Justine's lives were just a joke to him. I only need to point at his record of service to show you that Mike Freeman has either been a coward in all other police officer-related shootings, having not brought a single charge against the white officer, or that he has legacy. It is a shame that this will be his legacy, the state's legacy. And for anyone who believes that race or class had no place in this outcome, I need only point you to the words of Amy Sweezy, the prosecutor, when she said, her whole blonde hair, pink t-shirt, that was a threat to you. Had it been my mother in that alley, Amy Sweezy would never have said, her whole blackness, her hijab, that was a threat to you. This outcome, however, was not unexpected. There has always been one judicial system for white people and another for people of color. One in which black people rarely receive justice and where they are punished more harshly than their counterparts. We are not blind to the fact that that history has not changed. Whether we are talking about a black police officer or a black victim, the idea of justice and equity is shaded by racism, bigotry, and our country's inability to address its own double standard that seeps into our language, our systems, and our policies. Muhammad is a scapegoat for a system that has not and is unwilling to change, despite the outcome of this trial. There are double standards in this city and in this country, where black police officers are treated differently than white police officers, where black and brown people who die at the hands of the police will never see the same treatment as was given Justine. But there has to be a way forward. Something has to come from this tragedy that seeks to build a better future for the state. And it begins with recognizing that double standard, and for the city and law enforcement to work together with activists in reforming the racist and inequitable institutions that they represent. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
About to fight injustice, there is a beginning. To plant my feet on solid ground, not to be moved or led. Away from what the truth is, away from what is right. To take this stand unflinchingly. In truth, there must be might. I can't play games of compromise when something wrong is done. I can't be moved by money or power that may be won. I can't sell out of people who face the same abuse by closing my eyes, forgetting while someone else gets used. The truth is truth, regardless. You can't sell it for a price. And expect to have integrity, expect to be called right. If you're blind in one direction, then you'll never see it come. All the pain that will affect you when those friends of yours get done. There's no honor, there's no trust built. If you think there is, that's sad. Because a day is surely coming that is bound to make you mad. Peace and truth are hampered when they bow to what is wrong. And we give up on the future by the games we carry on. If our children cannot trust us, or our parents we find safe, there's no leaders like there once was. No integrity today. And we know that there are changes that we plan to plant a seed of a generation that's conscious for righteousness so lead. To be righteous is to try to always live by what is right. It means standing on what's truthful. It means standing with all might. You might feel that there's nobody who will stand there by your side, but if you're right and truth is in you, to God's love you hold on tight. You'll be battered and accused of every sin that's known to man. But if you put your trust in God, you're not alone during your stand. Some days you'll want to give up and join those people who advise to compromise your principles and learn to live with lies. But don't give in to pressure. Don't sell the truth for peace. Until we stop and face these battles, the abuses will not cease. We must stand on right regardless, though it makes some people talk. It's not to them we have to answer to or face on our last walk. There will be an accounting man has to face one day. And I don't want on my record that I sold the truth away. If I'm standing on what's truthful, and I'm standing by myself, my God's grace will be my shelter. I have no need for nothing else.
Okay, at this time we're going to have a song from Khadija Ramadan.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace be with you. Please forgive me, my voice is somewhat gone out, but I felt it in my heart that this song had to be sung for Officer Noor, and so I'm going to sing it a cappella, and then I'm going to sing along with another song. So here we are. I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, and just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. I go to the movie and I go downtown. Somebody keep telling me don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. It has been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Please excuse me, I'm gonna do the next one. Okay. This one is actually
enjoying good and forbidding evil. We have a few minutes. I'm a TV host. My program, tageradii Muhammad and guests. If anybody want to be interviewed, I'll be over here for about 10 to 15 minutes after we disperse today. We always pray for world peace and continue to pray for world peace all over the world. Because you can pray for world peace and everything's hunky-dory. That's why I always say pray for world peace and continue to pray for world peace. And I thank my beautiful wife for orchestrating this event today. Thank you.
I want to thank everyone for coming out, but I also want to have Officer Noor's father come forward and say something.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Walaalayaal, gabadh iyo wiil, dhammaan dadka isugu yimid halkan taageerada lagu taageerayo wiilkayga Maxamed Nuur arrintiisa waa idinka mahadcelinaynaa. aad baan ugu faraxsan runtii taageeradiina aad iyo aad baad noo mahadsantihiin. ilaahay baa idinka ajirsiin dadaalkiina iyo waqtigiina aad soo geliseen. annagana aad baan ugu faraxsannahay qoyska Maxamed Nuur abihii iyo hooyadii iyo walaaladii dhammaan iyo carruurtaydaba waxaan idin leenahay aad baad u mahadsantihiin. Thank you very much, and I will appreciate your coming and solidarity you shown today here at Hennepin County Building, and I really appreciate all of you, including the media. I appreciate. Thank you.